the things that are hidden from us that we do in this community that aren't a topic. I don't always hear this all the time, but you see, we will address these. And where it comes to our seniors and people in affordable housing, we must preserve that. I will preserve it. I had a mother. You're somebody's mother. We have to preserve the dignity of mother. If that means housing, if it means help, we got to help those that need help. Absolutely, absolutely. We got to strengthen the neighborhood. We have to strengthen the community. We have to revisit, and I'm going to have to do it. I'll be the real mayor that works every day. I'll be visiting borough to borough and investigating all of the things that they said. So I'll be there. I will come. I will listen. You will tell me. I'm not a magician. I'm a guy who's going to listen, and I'm going to say, okay. And how many of us are doing it? Okay. And this is affecting you. Okay. What can we do to bring a relief? We need the solution by getting some answers. So we'll ask the question, I'll get the answer, and then make the changes. Because we're doing this, all of us, everybody, at every level, from our children to our seniors. Everybody needs something, and we can do it. We're the greatest city in the world. Everybody follows the trends of New York. Nothing else. It doesn't go the other way. They don't watch what's going on in San Francisco. They don't watch California. They watch us. So if bad things happen here, bad things, you notice, happen other places too. So we got to start the good rolling again. And we'll reinvest in our seniors. We're going to cut these programs that are cheating us. That you paid all them taxes that went south on you. Oh, don't worry. Okay? Yes. I have friends there, yes. Bring me to that part of the city. I will come. My friend Svetlana, who's one of the dentists that was one of my advocates. She has a dental agency. She had 3 people. I promoted her. Now she's got thousands. And she gave back to the community. For those that needed dental work and couldn't afford it, she invested $50,000, not to me, in services. And that's why if you look on my website, from Advocates for Disabled, I go out and reach the community.
So your website name again?
Advocates for Disabled Americans, Veterans, Police, Firemen, and Families.
That's the name. That's the name of your website.
That's the name of the organization.
What
yeah,
website
that's 88 Advocates at yahoo.com. But that's when you pull it up, or if you Google my name, a whole bunch of stuff comes up. The organization comes up, everything comes up, the act, everything. My son's got business cards because we're waiting for this election. In respect of this election, we've made I'm going to have my event November 19th. We did some small things. We go 2007 next year, next November. Yes. November 7, 2017.
Mr. Aquino, I'm sure you're aware that many of the homeless we have in our city are not New Yorkers. They're people who come from other states, other cities, all over the country. I'll tell you the truth. I feel bad for these people that they're broke, that they have real problems, that they're homeless. But should we as New Yorkers be paying for people who come from all over
No.
the damn place.
I agree with
We
you.
are the highest taxed people in the whole country, maybe in the whole world.
I
for
would
all
say.
know.
I would say.
But should we have to pay for all of the non-New Yorker homeless
No.
who come here?
No, absolutely
what,
not.
What should be done with them? What
Well,
should we
first,
do?
like, again, you have to vet it. And if they're coming from other states, I'm going to tap into their governor. I thought about that. Oh, yeah? They're from your state and they're your citizen, you're going to pay for it. Because,
We have to change the laws then. We have laws that say they can be here for 30 days and get these things no matter where they're from.
Yeah, but
so
here's-
you
you
can't
see-
go to their governor. You have to go to the
no,
legislature.
we
which
can
is
make a
all
court case.
Democrats.
You see, learning what I did in law, I teach them. We can make a court case against the state, against the governor, our governor too. Vacate because, listen, that long train of abuses, that's a very serious part of our Constitution. That's affecting our life, our finances. The money that's budgeted to us, belongs to us as New Yorkers. So if you're a non-New Yorker, you're not entitled to it. So when I say fight them in court, I will fight that responsibility of it. Because
How
it's...
long is that going to take?
I don't know, I do order to show court, I do things and they happen fast, but you see...
Really?
I do,
The
yeah,
courts
really.
work fast in New York?
Federal court moves fast, yeah. Because you can see a magistrate judge. You ever see when the presidents have cases, they go right to the Supreme Court? Well, you just gotta know how to work the system.
But it's not a federal case.
It would be.
It would be because it's a constitutional right. You see that part? It would be because it's affecting you. And as the commander-in-chief of the city, the governor is not on page. We invoke our rights. You see, I'm that constitutional guy. People call me the constitutional candidate. I will enforce it. You understand? I understand, probably. I get it. But don't come here to get it. We already have our own that we got to take care of. So I'm going to change the city law if that's what it takes.
Mr. Aquino, another question over here.
Yes.
I work with the shelters, and I feel solution is that people came here, they're looking for jobs. We have to open the new jobs, and we will solve
These
the problem.
people are not capable of working.
They
I'm sorry.
are.
They
They
are not
are
capable of
capable.
working.
They are. They are capable. Everybody capable. Everybody. It's a big apple, and people are here, and they're in the shelters because they are looking for a job in New York.
Okay, but that comes down to what are you going to do to help grow the economy in New York City?
Well, we're gonna create some of those jobs, those contracts that they give out, like when we watch the BQE for 30 years, get repaired.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do that. We're gonna start some jobs. We're gonna work with the sanitation, bring people in. We're gonna start investing more in the community and bringing people into those jobs because our city is filthy. So we're gonna add more people here. We're not giving away contracts to paint. We're gonna get qualification after we vet people. We gotta vet them. We have to, because of security now. Since 9/11, everything's changed. Okay, so it makes it easier for them to rob us, and government not be responsible. So but we must be responsible, America. The Constitution in that verse tells you to be responsible, diligent. Now take charge if government fails you. So there are opportunities in our city. Breaking those contracts that they make billions because they're friend with Bloomberg, we're gonna stop that. We're going to open up regular bridge painters. They'll be regular people, no more contract, because our city's in despair. We have the money for that. We're going to turn it around and give our people, our citizens work.
I have a question of my own.
Yes.
If a day there was tragedy in Coney Island, a woman fell in the elevator shaft that had been reported many times to the city housing office, and nobody ever did anything, and she got hurt badly, and a baby got killed. Well, what would you do as mayor to prevent something like that from happening?
Well, our buildings go. See, again, our staff, the people that we're getting are regular New Yorkers. They have expert, like I talk about Frank Spitone. He's an elevator man. Okay? So this is a building area. So first, as we take over the city, we're going to look at the books. See, everything's been hidden from us because we're the American people. So we have to see what's going on in these buildings, who wasn't doing work, and there's a record. That's why they use 311. That's why that happened, because of 311. Because it's not properly vetted. It went backwards. We're going sideways. We're using other people as subterfuge to take away from the issues and cover up tragedies like this. You can't have that. My buildings commissioner better be on point, or he'll be, if something like that happens, I'll hold him responsible and accountable. You can't have that. People have the right to safety. So, you know, I'm going to vamp up the things, not only because of the elevators and buildings don't accommodate people under the ADA or the Fair Housing Act. I'm doing one right now. I'm before Judge Schofield in the Southern District against Skyview Apartments for 3 of them. They refuse. People falling. They can't get in the stairs with ramps. 1986, but prior to the ADA, that was already in place in the Fair Housing Act. So that's going to change. I'm doing that fight as we speak. I was with the judge Thursday, and we had the mediation, and she said, there's no settlement. You know, this got to fix, and that's it. So we're going to do it, but you see, there's a lot of things, but all of New York's problems are internal. They're not external. Our problems are all internal. We have military. We'll deal with any threat that comes to us. We're very capable. We have the best military, and we do got the best police force. And they're ready, willing, and always able to take action immediately. And they will. We don't have cowards in this country that serve in our protective services. They're not. They're good men and women. We got some flaws in it, but we're going to address that. Anyone who dishonors the badge will see a prison cell from me. We have a very low tolerance for that. I have a brother who's a cop. If something happened to him, I went to all of those funerals. I'm not the first guy to come out of it. I've been doing this long before. It took me a long, hard decision to run for this office, but it's so corrupt. If I don't do something, if I don't stand for something, I'm going to continue to fall for everything, and I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I want a direction for us, and we have to take charge, and that's what we need to do.
Darren,
Anything else?
Yeah, Darren, I have a question.
Yes.
Our roads are like a third world country. We pay such high taxes, and I know when I'm on the Belt Parkway, I say a little novena, you pray to the dear Lord
I did that on the way.
Christ. And especially when it's nighttime, raining, pick a lane, any lane. It's like a three-card Monte game.
Exactly.
Three-lane Monte game, it's more like it. Because when you're driving, they decided when they're doing construction, maybe we don't want to paint the lanes. Maybe we'll give you a little half of a lane, like a millimeter, and there'll be a little spot, and you have to guess where the lane is. No reflectors in the road, you have no idea where you're going, and you're really, you know, where did that all that, and like you're saying before, how long it takes to build, it's 30
And they
years.
robbed us
And
horribly.
it's
that way.
horrible with these contracts of what they're doing. They're robbing us blind, and we're getting second-rate garbage in return. My car, my chassis broke. You see the red Lincoln out there. I had to have it welded back because of the roads that we have. We hit potholes.
I know, the road, and I have an older Mercedes, 2008,
Right.
and the strut goes, and I'm like, that thing, you gotta replace that Mercedes. It's like
Right.
$700.
Right.
For one.
It's horrible. Sure.
I used to work there is so much waste in the federal government. There is so much waste in the contractors. Somehow, I do not believe that if you hire people, if the city hires people, there are unions. You cannot fire this person, even if he or she quits. We know it. I know what I was a supervisor. I was screaming and yelling, but we could not do it. I know with the contracts are easy. If it's not corrupt, if you do not hire your friend and get kickback, you get a contractor who gets the money, but he does the job, and you just control it. With the city, if you hire people on your payroll, you will get the same. That's what you get in the roads, this highway. So thank you.
Well, we haven't had any good structuring since we, nothing. Bloomberg did nothing but make money. We did a couple of things for appearance. He showed us in the end, he is who he is. So we got to get back to who we are. And that, like I said, that's not an overnight process. But until I see those books, I know as much as you do. And that's the problem. So once we get in there and we get a new body in there, we're going to open those books. What do you think they don't want Trump in there for? They don't want you to say, guess who shot Kennedy? Because he will. He will tell you. You want to know why you're screwed? Because of this. They're afraid of that.
So he finished building the recreation center.
He did a lot of things. Trump. He built the ring back.
3 years, nothing, just money, money, money. He just stepped in and he did it.
Well, you know, where we're headed now, we have to take the chance we have. Give them the opportunity to prove us wrong. And, you know, we have to, our democracy is very important. But our city's out of control and the spending. And there are things that we can do, but we got to see the limits that the mayor has. I make new projects, new committees to put together to already deal with the situation. The homeless we have to deal with right away because you got people that are mentally ill. They don't belong on the street. They belong in a hospital.
The slashers. A
Yeah.
lot of them.
Yes, and they, see, once we got to get a grip on those things right away. Restore our communities right away. Deal with the housing right away. And now we start to stabilize. Now we start investigating more job opportunities. We have to take care of the things that are immediately at hand. Because these people on the street, they're creating crime because some of them are mentally ill, some of them are just criminals. And when they're vetted, they'll go to jail or go to a hospital. But then we're going to be over hospital, and then we're going to face another problem. But we have to address it. There's no way around it. Government brought us to this level where it brought us there. So now what do? Turn our back and just say, okay, let it happen? So there are many challenges that we face, but we will face them. And we will address the ones that we can and struggle, but we will accomplish because we can. We'll get more money from the federal government. You know, the programs that are out of control from the governor and the mayor, like the governor cut mental health benefits. Are you kidding me? It affected also autistic children. That benefit cut, it went south. You don't take away from those kind of programs. You take away from, you know, you put some oversight on this ridiculous welfare that people are just getting free checks and they're pulling up with the nice car.
Mr. Aquino,
Yes.
I had to say, we have other speakers, so we have one more question. Alton, your question, please.
Thank you, well, you might like to know that Alex Mercer is running for U.S. Senator. He's also Puerto Rican, like you know.
Okay.
He's Guatemalan, I think, too.
Okay.
He's running the Libertarian Party. Speaking of the Libertarian Party, Harry Johnson is running for president of the Libertarian candidate. When they ask him how he's going to create jobs, you know what he said? He said that the two-term governor of New Mexico, he created 0 jobs. 0. And then people would, oh my God. Well, you know, his rationale is government does not create jobs. Private sector does. When government creates jobs, it only takes money away from the private sector. And then, matter of fact, he reduced the employment by several thousand when he was there. He also vetoed 760 bills. He reduced taxes, and he balanced the budget when he was there. Now, contrast this to geriatric Ken and Barbie, who's running for president. Neither of them speaks about stopping spending. They want more spending, reducing the size of government. They want to make it bigger. They want to take away your rights. None of them ever talk about Constitution, except maybe passing. So, getting back to you now, I don't hear anything from you about reducing spending, cutting it.
Yeah,
You're shuffling it.
No, because
and then you talk about creating jobs.
we're going to create them with the private sector. I said, you weren't listening. For the sanitation, we're going to also go into the private sector because our sanitation, going through the streets, I sat with a fella and he told me the sanitation is not working. And it's not working because of the criminals that are in the job. So that's why they stop at 9:30 in the morning and you don't see the streets being cleaned. Because they're home. So we could bring private carding in too, get more jobs, and work with the private carding and charge them and create the jobs. We've been talking, having different discussions. Throughout this year, I've been having discussions with people on their thoughts and concerns and coming up with things that would work. And everybody's main problem that they think is, which is a problem, is the homeless issue, and they're concerned and afraid. They're afraid that these people are going to come and hurt them. So a lot of focus shifts back to that. But our government spending went out of control with our welfare system. Okay, so
Still
when
out of control. It's still out of
yeah,
control.
but that's because of the 3 terms of Bloomberg.